At the Isaiah 117 Project, we believe that when fostering families are surrounded by wraparound teams such as family, friends, the community, and other fostering parents, we will increase the possibility for better long-term outcomes for children in care and for overall retention of fostering families. As part of the F3 program, we believe there is an opportunity to provide emotional, spiritual, educational, and physical support. The goal is to alleviate the common stressors of fostering through meals, respite, and providing connections to resources through existing community partners. While this won't solve all issues, it does go a long way in providing the best care for children from vulnerable places and retaining families who volunteer to love them. The F3 program was developed during the 2020 COVID pandemic in response to food insecurities among fostering families. Now, the F3 program is being expanded to provide intimate support for fostering families in their first to third year of service when they are most vulnerable to burnout due to stressors, challenges, and barriers to a positive fostering experience. Its goal is to improve retention rates for new fostering families by increasing awareness of the needs and providing avenues for communities to supply those needs, thereby creating an overall sense of community support for fostering families and increasing the available fostering families for the counties served by the program in southwestern Indiana. Children in need have the best outcomes in fostering families, not institutions. Our region has too few fostering families. Additionally, putting a child in a temporary home setting only to move them a few times before a permanent placement can be made increases the trauma of the transition. The southwestern region suffers from the challenges of a ratio of 7-to-1 children in need to the fostering families available to serve them. The challenges of being a fostering family are great. Approximately 50% of families quit in the first year of service, and nearly 70% are gone by the end of the second year. Intentional support has proven to improve retention rates, with 98% of supported families continuing to serve. Even if you do not feel called to serve as a fostering family, you can still make a great impact. We are partnering with local businesses and restaurants to provide meals and other resources needed to help support fostering families. Furthermore, an important part of supporting our F3 families is through care communities and local churches who come alongside the fostering family to help provide meals, complete everyday chores and tasks, and overall provide an additional layer of support. The F3 program relies greatly on the support of our communities and on volunteers that have a heart for others and serving their community.
When we begin to change the culture of foster care, when we begin to serve and value our fostering families, we have the potential to completely shift the outcomes for kids involved in the foster care system. We believe empowered communities and families take up the cause of the fatherless by valuing every child needing foster care. We believe by providing awareness, advocacy, training, and ways for individuals, communities, and churches to deeply engage with our fostering community, we can begin to make a shift in the current culture of the way foster care is seen and practiced in our region. We especially believe by creating opportunities for the local church to deeply engage, this will truly become transformative. We hope to see that the percentage of fostering families report a shift in the way they feel, that they actually feel valued and supported. We hope to see that the percentage of fostering families report that they have a connection with a church and that they have an increase in the knowledge of resources available to them.
My husband and I chose to do foster care because we were unable to have children of our own, and we were going to do adoption, but the more we looked into adoption and pursued that, it became very challenging. So Marcia and her husband had attended church with us, and when we had been looking for a church for one of our friends, we actually went on a day that the Isaiah 117 Project was speaking there, and we hadn't told anybody that we had considered fostering, and we were like, man, that girl looks so familiar, and we want to do more to help. If we can't foster yet, how can we help? So then we started volunteering with some of the concerts and fundraisers that they were having. And then we've now kind of recruited the rest of our family to help out too. So we just all kind of help whenever we can and whatever's available. And we've been doing that for several years before fostering, and now it's, I get to see the different side of it on the receiving end, which is harder to receive than it is to give, but it's been a huge blessing doing that. It has helped us by meals being donated to us. Being a foster parent is challenging with the amount of time you have to give kiddos, and not having to worry about cooking a meal is something that's very nice to do, because a lot of them need the extra educational times and your life just kind of gets chaotic. We also have had meals donated to us in box forms, like food pantry boxes, which has been helpful to not have to go to the grocery store in the cold weather or with kids. And some of them were not feeling good too, and just not having to take the kids out to the grocery store is a amazing blessing that most moms can probably appreciate. So other than the extreme need for foster families, as a foster parent, we are given some information that is helpful, but when you get into the nitty-gritty of it, these kids have not had a normal life. So school and education, most of them are going to need tutors, and having someone that they can reach out to and bond with, so they don't feel worse about that, is extremely important. Having families set up to assist in childcare is very important as well. I know we've come across a few days where it was kind of an emergency. I need somebody, and the people that I had available on our sheets were unavailable. So then you're just kind of scrambling, or you have to cancel everything. And just the support for the kiddos and the families involved too is still in great need. Even if it's just how are you doing? Can I hold you? Can I pray for you? Anything like that is extremely helpful and a blessing for us. The care community would give us an opportunity to possibly do that and spend time with each other, to keep us strong and healthy for these kids.